tab. 9 banelings. Let's check our workers tab. Oh, that's not the one. I guess I killed 2 of the workers. Those are really the greatest harass. But he's gonna come down here with all my units. I'm gonna send my Zerlings in here to take out a tank, and then throw my banelings to take out marines. Efficiently took out all of them. It's very important that you get the marines before you get the tanks, as your reinforcing Zerlings should have no problem taking out the tanks after. But it's the marines that really would defend the tanks. So my Queens are going to take out these dropships, and my Nugas are going to come back from their failed harass. I really didn't get much done. Killed 2 workers, and he actually killed one of mine somehow. I don't really know how. But, oh, actually he killed one that was going to try to go and build that hatchery earlier. Alright, so let's go back to the production tab. And I am going to try to saturate this mineral patch. Let's go back here. I know I just killed his army, so this is a very, very good time to be droning up. He has to rebuild his army. It's going to take him a minute or 2, so I know I am safe to drone. And as you can see here, let's check the workers tab. 55 over 52 drones, but I am on 3 bases as he is only on 2. He is ahead. He is ahead in the minerals, but I have much more gas, and I am able to build a much more higher tech units, I guess. Let's bring up the production again, and as you can see, we're basically the same in army supply. But let's go back to the income. I have the 61. Now I've taken a pretty big lead with drones. 61 over 52. You don't want to go over 75 drones, obviously, just because your income might be pretty amazing, but your army size won't be that won't be able to get large enough for that amount of income. So never go over 75. 60 drones is actually pretty good place to cap it at anyway. Alright, so let's go back to production. I have my ultralist done up. I believe I have plus 2 armor and carapace coming up. I'm just gonna start stowing guys way over here. As we can see, I have 1 ultralist on the way and 4 more infestors with neural parasite, and I have the hydralisk groove spines upgrading. I'm gonna throw in a couple hydralisks into this army, maybe 5 or 6, or actually 6 to 10 actually, since I have 3 bases, almost 4 bases. 6 to 10 hydralisks just to stand in the back and fire away as my melee units do all the damage up front. Alright, he's up on his 3rd. Let's check our income. He's up to 50, still 52 to 61. I am ahead of him. Even with his mules, I am still ahead of him. We'll check the production again. I got 2 more ultras on the way, and a greater spire. Since I am on 3 bases, or 4 bases actually, I have the liberty to build a pretty crazy army. I'm gonna have broodlords, infestors, lings, banelings, and ultralisks. But regardless, at the end of the night against the Terran player, the main composition of my army is lings and banelings, with a few ultralisks in there. You know how many tanks he has, and a few more infestors, depending on how many Thors or tanks or mech he has. When I do engage, the ultralisks will go first into the battle. They're going to just tank as much damage as possible, and my lings and banelings will fall behind with my infestors behind, or in the middle, my infestors. Tanks, when they do shoot ultralisks, the Zergling next to them will only take, I believe, 1 damage. So your Zerglings will be able to survive and get close to these tanks. As also, the ultras have the highest threat priority, and tanks will shoot them before they shoot Zerglings. Alright, so he's going to throw another command center and a few more barracks. Our army supplies are about the same, but if you look at our income tab, I'm mining much more than him, and I believe it's still 69 to 57. Still have more than 10 workers in him, and he is going to be behind in this economy race, although our armies are the same size. So I have built 4 corruptors here. I'm just going to build 4 broodlords just to fish his marines out, and or have him on siege. He's gonna start pushing right now. So these Broodlords should be morphing. Morph. Maybe not. I'm gonna build Lings first. 30 more Lings, 1 more Ultras, and 3 more Infestors. Here are my hard lists for the back. And these guys should be morphing. Alright, I need to get into position first, I guess. I'm gonna morph these Broodlords. As I said, I'm not trying to mass an army with Broodlords. I don't like making a lot of Broodlords against Terran, just because they do have starports, usually with reactors, and he will be able to make Vikings no problem to finish these guys out. But it's not bad if you can make enough Hydras and Broodlords. It might not be a bad idea, but also Ghosts with their sniper very effective against Broodlords. These Broodlords are just going to be for making him move his Marines or tanks. He will either retreat with all his guys or try to bring his Marines up, away from his tanks, away from his own fire. So, as you can see here, a lot of the Marines are actually other Marines. Everything's going to come up here, and I'm going to Neural Parasite. I am going to untouch him, as you can see here. That basically made him GG, knowing that I still have a lot of guys left. And as we can see here, I'm 142 over 122. I haven't even started making my reinforcing army yet. And he just basically had to GG out of the game. As we can see here, when you do Neural Parasite your tanks, just make sure you unsiege them, just so that when your infestors do die, or if they do die, they are unsieged and do less damage to your Zerglings when they do come attack. And that is that game, just showing you another way how to defend against tanks in Bio using the Spinny Shuba no gas build. And this is Rim Janers signing out.